The Dade County Sheriff's Office went on Facebook this afternoon saying they got a call that tour buses were dropping off immigrants at a pair of local gas stations. News 12 Jordan Simmel spoke with Sheriff Ray Cross about this. He joins us now live in the studio with a full report and tonight's top local story.
Andrew, good evening. Thank you. Cross says the passengers are from Venezuela and have been traveling from Texas to Washington, D.C., and that Dade County was just one of the bus's numerous refueling stops. It's no different from the recent similar busloads of immigrants making the journey from Texas to either Washington or New York City. Upon receiving the call, Cross immediately arrived on location to observe the scene. On Facebook, the Sheriff's Department posted that the bus was en route to D.C., but the bus driver was seemingly encouraging the passengers to get off in Rising-Fawn, Georgia, quotes, with the impression that Chattanooga was within walking distance.
The governor of Texas, Governor Abbott, is trying to get them out of his state, which I don't blame him a bit. And once he gets them out of his state, he sends them north. And, he's trying to get them to Washington, D.C., where the problem is, where they're not doing anything about the border. And they're dropping them off in between. The bus lines are. I don't think it's the governor's fault. I think that's the bus line's fault.
The sheriff called in a translator who spoke to both the passengers and bus staff. After a short discussion, Cross says the passengers decided to get back on the bus and continue on to Washington, as Dade County doesn't have the necessary resources to accommodate the immigrants like major cities can.
Taking people who know nothing about a country and dropping them off in the middle of nowhere in farm country, that's not right. People shouldn't do other people that way. If you're going to drop them off somewhere, if that bus line is going to push those people off, they need to put them somewhere where they at least have a chance.
Cross told News 12 that while all passengers reboarded the bus, however, it was done in the interest of still going to Chattanooga. Georgia state legislators such as Representative Mike Cameron as well as Governor Brian Kemp's office have been contacted and briefed on the situation.
We cannot enforce federal laws. This is a federal situation and needs to be handled. And we contacted INS yesterday and they said their hands are tied. There's nothing they can do because of the current administration.
Cross says the manager of both gas stations receiving the immigrant influx has called on him to do something about it, but as you just heard him say, local officials cannot enforce such federal law. He also says the governor's office responded to him this morning saying they told the bus line to halt further stops in Dade County, and despite this, Cross says another bus stop was made just earlier today. Live from the studio, Jordan Simmel, News 12 Now.